what it's like to live in Northampton as a Londoner. Dead, fam. Dead, my brother. It's dead up here. If you're from London, stay the fuck down south, because there's nothing up in Northampton for any Londoner. And yes, guys, it's one of those videos where I'm moving around. I know you love it. This whole area, everything is backwards. Let me talk about gal around here. There's hardly any black girls, hardly any mixed race girls, isn't it? Obviously, it's Northampton, so there's just bare white girls in it. Yeah, that's cool. The white girls, they pick a lot of black men to go out with, whatever in it. Yeah, cool. You will see a nice mixed race girl in Northampton, and you think to yourself, right, she would be with a guy who's a bit tuggish or a bit mandemy, because there are guys like that. Like, they might not be the real deal, but they got that kind of image in it. Yeah, few and far between. They ain't bare man like that. Yeah? So you think to yourself, like, this nice mixed race girl will be with like a tuggish kind of guy or whatever in it. Nah, fam. Nah. Them nice mixed race girls, they're with guys like Tom and Alan. Guys, if you don't believe me, come up here, innit? It's not every single mixed race girl, every single nice girl up here is going to have one neat like that. But you think to yourself, like, why the fuck are you with that guy? But they ain't got much variety of guys, so obviously they're going to have to pair up with someone. I just think to myself, that mixed race girl, if she was from London, she would not even look that guy's way. But there ain't much variety of man them up here, innit? So that's what they have to settle with. But the whole thing around this area, everything is just backwards. There's a Chinese woman who drives an ice cream van on my estate. Never in London. Come on. The man them around here, they just watch. But ain't no screwing thing or nothing like that. They just looking like, almost like in amazement. They can tell I'm not from around here. And it ain't got nothing to do with dress sense or nothing like that. Because certain time man's just looking rough, wearing a tracksuit, whatever. Obviously, tracksuit bottoms tucked in the socks, I don't know. I'm just walking casual, innit? But they can just tell, just by when man walk and that, they can tell man's not from around, innit? So they just watch, like, oh, like, thinking to themselves, who's my man over there, kind of thing. Hold on, let me wind up my windows quickly. You never know who's listening on, man. There's white people around here. They ride mobility scooters. They're not 80 or 90 years old. They're still relatively young. They're 50 years old. But they're lazy. They're fat and they're overweight. And they can't be bothered to walk. So they rather ride around in mobility scooters. There's people around here. They walk around with like multicolored hair. Blue, green, pink. Now in London, the black girls have jumped on this wave, innit? Yeah. You see black girls walking around with like white, silvery hair, pink hair, green hair, blue hair. It's more of a, you know, it's a fashion thing, innit? Now, the people them around here, it's not fashion, it's, they're mad. Yeah? They're crazy. That's why they wear pink and green and blue hair, because they're mad. There's man. Let me stress the point. There is man who walk around this area with pink hair. Man walking around with pink hair. And that fucking, what's that thing? Is it like a bull or cow ring or something in their nose? But the people around here, they is mad. Come on, cuzzy. Come on. This is not normal. Why have you got pink hair and you're a fucking man? Northampton's so dead. I remember one time I went to Nando's with my girl. It's Saturday night, you know, 11 p.m. You would think the streets would be, running with people. This is way before COVID. This is like this time last year. So around about July or August last year. We come out of Nando's and Northampton town centre. Town centre, you know, is dead. Dead. There's just people, just 1-2 people here and there walking around. Look like they're making their way home. The night was over for the town at 11 p.m. Do you know what it reminded me of? You know when you go somewhere like Shoreditch and at 4:30 in the morning, people are like, all right, it's time to go home, innit? Yeah? That's how them lot are moving at 11 p.m. Northampton is dead, fam. I feel like Debo on this block. I feel like I'm the bully of the terrace. I'm the bully of the estate. I live on one little terrace, 1 to 4. I live at number 2. I've had to stick it on every one of my neighbours on my terrace. I've never had to do that on my mum's estate. A man lived there almost 2 decades. Then people there, sir, smoke's coming in my yard. Man, I have to go and stick it on them. On the other side, dog barking all day. People then one door down, out at night, midnight, you know, Thursday going into Friday morning, talking, chatting shit, being loud, make Nino noises, talking to people, shouting across the estate, people them who are 100 meters away, they're having a loud conversation. Man, I have to go out there and stick it on them. You got a man on the estate, playing music, loud, bouncing a fucking basketball. Got some little youths at the back, jumping on fucking garages, putting 2 middle fingers up, swearing at my neighbour. The ball come in my back garden, I had to give the little kids back the ball. And I thought to myself, you know what, I have to say something. I can't have the little kids next door swearing at my neighbour. So I told them, listen, okay, you lot are little kids, it's cool, play your football, innit? Yeah? But if the lady tells you off, you can't be putting 2 middle fingers up at the lady. It's madness. The lady next door, she threw water on one of the little kids' dad's face. Madness. But I feel like I'm fucking Debo. I ain't no bully, don't get it twisted. I don't pick on the weak or take advantage of no one. But I had to just constantly stick it on, man. Pattern up the block. You see my house? It sits on a public footpath. So all day long, there's just people up and down, walking past my yard. I leave my door open. Not shut and unlocked. I leave my door open. Wide open. People can see in my house. I've had neighbours' dogs run in my house. People think, oh, rah, you leave your door open, aren't you afraid someone come running you? Nah. Ain't no one running in my house. First person that run in my house, you're gonna hold something. I don't give a fuck. Leave my door wide open all day long. So long as I'm in the house, I leave it wide open. Even right now, I've driven away from my house around the corner. My door's shut, but my door's unlocked. Ain't no one coming in my house. The other day, I was carpeting the stairs. And you know me, man worked till late. 10, 11 p.m. at night. Man's fitting the carpet on my stairs. I left my door wide open and I can just hear people walking past my house. Momentarily, innit? I hear some boys on a bicycle. Like I can hear the chain on the cog. And they're talking. And I heard them stop outside my house. And one of them said, take the bike. Are these men trying to go on a move on my yard, fam? I come running down the stairs and then they just walked off. I don't know what they was going to do because I know they weren't going to try and make my house a move. Because the first person that come in my yard. Black people in Northampton. You don't realise how little black people there are in Northampton until you move from London up to Northampton and even spend 6 weeks and then go back to the ends. When I'm in Northampton, certain times I'll be outside my house or driving my car or whatever. I'll see like usually older black men. When they drive past me in their vans or whatever like that, they salute me like, oh my God, one of us. When I went back to my mum's house, after being up here for about 6 to 8 weeks, I couldn't believe how much black people there were. Everyone was black. And it was nice. I mean, I ain't one of these people, I don't care about race or colour, nothing like that. But it was nice to be around a lot of black people. Even if, you know, they're not from the same country as me or whatever, innit? But it was nice to be around a lot of black people. Cause boy, in Northampton, boy, few and far between. I mean, like on my estate, there's like, I think 2 or 3 black families at the back, maybe 1 or 2 black families at the front, across the street on the other part of the estate or whatever, but few and far between. I never realised how much black people there were in my area, Edmonton, anyway, until I left for a good period of time and came back. But yeah, the man them that up here, the older man, like, yeah, they salute, man. Even sometimes I walk down the road and I can tell that they're looking at me because they're just waiting to say hello once I make eye contact or whatever, innit? But yeah, the black people them up here is cool, innit? But you just don't realise how little black people there are up here until you've actually moved out. You know, spent some time up in Northampton and gone back to the ends. You know, there's certain times I might end up in a conversation with a man. Random person. I might be at the tills in Tesco's, talking to the cashier or whatever. A man will ask me, oh, you know, where are you from? Because you can tell by my accent that I'm not from around here. Innit? And I'll say I'm from London. And he's like, okay, like, we doing up here, innit? Yeah? And I have to ask myself, like, yeah, what am I doing up here? It really hit home. And I really had to sit down and ask myself, what are you doing in Northampton? Like, what are you really doing in Northampton, Jay? I had to ask myself this question when I was in B&Q. This is when I first came to the realization that I'm not supposed to be out here. What the fuck am I doing out here? I was in B&Q, and in B&Q, there's a section called Trade Point. It's for account holders. So I've got an account with them because I'm an electrician. And certain times you could possibly get a discount or whatever. I've never used it. Certain times in B&Q, when the queue over there is looking mad, I'm like, alright, boom, I'm going to Trade Point because I know there's going to be no one in the queue at Trade Point because it's only for account holders. Now, more time you need to walk with your card with you, but if not, they can search your details on the system and that and find out whether or not you've got an account with them. Just give them your postcode. So boom, they asked me for my postcode. Now in Northampton, my postcode is NN3. At my mum's house in North London, my postcode is N9. So boom, and I know you don't love when I say so boom. So boom, I've given the man my postcode, which is registered to my account. It's my mum's address in London, yeah? I told him it's N9, blah, blah, blah. He's typed it in. Oh, I can't find your account. I gave it to him again. Still can't find your account. I said, rotate the monitor, man. Let me see what you've typed in. The man put 2 N's. Yeah, he put NN9, thinking that I've just meant, oh, you know, NN9. Nah, fam. It's N9, yeah? It's a London postcode. He said, what are you doing up here? And that's when I really thought to myself, you know, what am I doing up here? Why am I up here? There's nothing up here. It's a barren wasteland. There's nothing up here. There's nothing going on. It's dead, fam. If I could live anywhere in London, it would be Notting Hill. I don't know what it is about Notting Hill. I just love that area. I spent a lot of time in Notting Hill. Obviously, man went up uni up there, and then I had the vending machine business at my uni, so I used to spend time in and around the area and stuff. And there's something about Notting Hill, I just love that area. The only thing I don't like about the area, if I did live there, is the carnival. But obviously, I'll just disappear for a couple of days, you know, disappear, so obviously I don't get caught up in the Notting Hill carnival thing, cause I'm not into the crowds like that. But I love Notting Hill. If I was gonna move to somewhere, you know, in London, it would be Notting Hill. Notting Hill, Hackney's a good place as well. Hackney's nice. It's got a lot of different people from different walks of life, you know. It's vibrant. People are doing stuff. Around here, it's just dead. Like, no one's got no drive, no motivation, nothing like that. Don't get it twisted, though. There are some people who, you know, they're like a bit swaggy and that, whatever. And you can tell that they're on the urban thing and that, like, you know, they drive nice cars, young people and that, they got a bit of swag and that. But other than that, it is dead. It's dead. So I'm just thinking, gotta get back to London ASAP. But don't get it twisted though. Man love Edmonton. Yeah? Man pledge allegiance to Edmonton. Yeah? I'm an Edmontonian for life. Man will never forget where I come from. There's certain people, yeah? A lot of black people as well, yeah, unfortunately. They come from like a working class, average broke area. And what they do is they save up their money and they go and move somewhere outside of London. Might not be that far, but they move outside of London and they buy their own property. Now, the area that they move to is just a normal, average working class area. But what they do is when they come back to their area that they grew up in, the slums, like Edmonton, for example, they act like they're posh and, you know, they think like they're middle class and now they're an upper class, whatever, because they bought their own property. But they can't fool me, yeah? They can fool other people, they can't fool me, yeah? I see through all that bullshit. You're just a normal person who's bought a property in a working class area, and yeah, don't try that shit. Because there's people like that. There's people from the hood, they move out to a normal, average area that's nothing special, buy their own property, and when they come back to the hood, you know, walking around all toffee nose and they think that they're better than people and that just because they bought a property in that area. When really and truly, the people them that they're trying to stunt on and trying to look good in front of them, they don't know that that area is just another slum outside of London. I'm on to you lot. But on a serious note, I was talking to a man the other day. We were talking about problems in the black community. And he said to me, when he walks down the road, he's aware that he's black. He's conscious that he's black. He said, when you walk down the road, aren't you conscious that you are black? And I said, nah, fam. I don't walk down the road thinking, oh, people are going to look at me a certain way because I'm a certain colour skin. But I've noticed, around London as well, but it happens more. I'm more aware of it maybe in Northampton. I draw more attention to myself in Northampton. It's not because I'm black. It's the energy that I exude. It's the aura that I've got. It's the presence that I've got. I draw attention to myself. People look at me a certain way. They can tell I'm not from the area. It ain't got nothing to do with clothes. It's the way I carry myself. It took a woman a long time in the cost cart around the corner from my yard to stop watching me every time I go in the shop. I think to myself, well, this woman think I'm a thief. Nah, it's not that. I carry myself differently from people in Northampton. So people are going to watch you. It's got nothing to do with the colour of your skin, because there's a lot of neeks and nerds in Northampton, black man, that people don't even notice them. So if you feel like people watch you because you're a certain colour of skin, it's the energy that you put out there. It's not a bad thing. You probably because you got swag. That's why people are conscious of the way you look. So when I walk down the road in Northampton, people, they watch me because they know I'm not from around their area and they got nothing to do with people being racist or they don't like black people or nothing like that. They know I'm not from their area, innit? And they just observing. That's it. Well, I hope you enjoyed that rant of me absolutely bashing and annihilating Northampton. Really and truly, Northampton's not that bad. I think if you're like an older person or whatever, say for example, or you're a family person, say for example you want to start a family and you don't really care about living anywhere that's, you know, fast paced or whatever, and you just want to live a quiet life, yeah, Northampton's cool. If you're a family person, if you're a family man, family woman, you want to move your family up here, it's cool. Houses are cheap in that, but it's not for me. I'm Jay Wizzy, yeah? I'm from London. Yeah? I need to be in a fast-paced environment. I don't give a fuck about going clubbing or raving, but my environment, things need to be going in around me. I like peace and quiet, but when I'm in the outer perimeters, then I need to see things going on. Yeah? That motivates me. I don't want to be in no dead-end town or nothing like that. Yeah? So, hope you enjoyed that rant. Stay wise.